Right, welcome to my garden, or welcome to my workshop. It's not much, is it? So this is a huge project. It's one I've been planning on doing for ages. We've started it last year, believe it or not, with clearing this garden. We got new fences put up, and a great chap came in and did them. I'm slowly going to do this. So we've got an old shed over there. That's coming down. It's vastly overgrown, but it's got stuff I want to keep in it. But my wife, Kitty, wants a studio. I want a studio to make things. She makes jewellery, I make stuff, and I'm a photographer, so I'll do bits and bobs. This is my project. So this is going to document everything we're doing with it. So welcome to my workshop. So we're getting a 16 by 10 foot workshop here. It's going to go about here, right up against this tree. All this has got to be cleared. All this has got to be cleared. And it's Britain, it's raining. As soon as I ordered the wood, I've ordered thousands of pounds worth of workshop. Tomorrow I've got £750 worth of timber coming to make the base. I looked at concrete bases versus wooden base. Concrete base would have been better, but the cost was sort of, well, started at 1,100 quid, and we're on uneven ground. It is leaning that way. So not a massive gradient, but you can see by the fence, it is coming down, and it just wasn't worth it for the extra cost. I'm trying to keep this on an extremely tight budget. So I'm building a wooden deck. It's going to be 5 meters by 4, I think, off the top of my head. I will show you in a minute with the diagrams. But typical, I've ordered a ton of wood, and it's Britain. It's the end of summer, it's September. So we're getting a storm tomorrow when everything's being delivered. Just like had gale warnings and rain warnings. It has literally just stopped raining for 2 seconds. But sod it, I'm going to get wet. I've got a hat, and I'm going to go through it all. So today's job is clearing this lot ready for starting things tomorrow. And I'll go through everything step by step. But hopefully I'll be able to sit here in a workshop. Katie will be over there and we'll have a nice time. But at the minute, looking a bit crap. This has got to go. But I don't want it to. But it is in the way of the shed because it's going to hit here. So what I'm planning on doing is chopping it down, but keeping these, because these are going straight up. So hopefully it'll carry on. If it dies, it dies. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can't go too much this way because we've got a drop off at the back. So I don't want to go anywhere near that. Got a lot of wood. This is all going to go. Going to trim this down today. The weeds are starting to come through because it's winter. I'm going to have to kill them off. But I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. So I've already got a shed though. It's over here. I'm going to spend a lot of time in this one. So I'm going to move you around. This is my little workshop. It's great, isn't it? The expanse. I was fed up of trying to find tools everywhere, so I bought myself a little shed just to put stuff in. It's great. I love this little space. So let's show you what's in here. And I think by the time I'm going to be describing a lot of things while I'm sat in here because it's raining so much. So this is my little workshop. It's tiny. But it's got just enough. I've got a little seat, I can stand up. Got all my tools on charge here, got bits and bobs, tools, lots of stuff under here. I've got tools over here. I've got my silly hat, I'm going to need that because it's raining. But this is my little area, so it's a great little refuge. And I'm slowly building up a tool collection. I've got quite a lot, but with this job out there, I'm going to need a lot more. So I think I've got most of the stuff I need. I had to go and buy a saw this morning to chop that tree down, but I'll just do it step by step. So a little bit about me. My name's Jonas, and everyone knows me as BigRedJ from my photography days because, well, I was a little bit chubby then. I'm trying to lose a bit of weight, but I had fluorescent red hair down to my belt. So at shows and events, people always knew, oh well, yeah, there's my name. And my name's Jonas. People can't seem to cope with that. It's a fairly simple name, but a bit more popular nowadays. I'm old, I've got it. So, but people know me as Jay. So BigRedJ, it's stuck, and I'll stick with it. I like it. So I'm BigRedJ. My wife's Kitty. She does modelling, she does lots of creative stuff. We run a body positivity group together, and she also is started making a jewellery business. And we've got a lot of events coming up. We've got a big show coming in November, and she needs space to do that. At the minute, resin jewellery is taking over the whole house. That's got to come out and go into our workshop. That's one of the reasons. So we're going to have a nice workshop, nice double doors at the front windows, and one side's going to be hers for laying out her, well, anything she wants to do really, but she's going to have a set area to do stuff, so she can be a lot more accurate with things, a lot tidier. She can leave things out drying. We won't have to worry about resin fumes. That is a challenge I never thought I'd have to come up against. And then my side of it will be computer side of it. I do 3D printing, I make neon signs, so I can have work bench laid out for that. I'd like to get a CNC machine, just a little one, little desktop one, for cutting things out, cutting acrylic, or maybe even a laser, but that'll come up. But that's what this channel is going to be about. It's about making things, it's about creating things. On my side, on my wife's side, I do photography as well. Technology, I'm an absolute geek. I've got everything. Oh, just got the new iPhone, by the way. Do you like my retro case? Super. Anyway, I'm liking it. iPhone 15 Pro. So I love making things, and that's what this space is about. We've always wanted it. We finally managed to do it. It's finally getting this garden clear. So this series of videos is going to be about getting this garden sorted. We've got lots of bits and bobs. It's going to take me a little while, and we go through it and we'll get it done, and it's going to be superb, and I'm going to bring you guys with me. Hopefully you'll find some of it interesting, and I do waffle, so some of the videos might be quite long. This project is a huge challenge for me. I'm not thinly fit, I'm a bit overweight, I am slowly losing it, but my biggest problem is I've got a broken back. So when you watch me doing these, I'm going to be on my hands and knees doing bits and bobs, bending down. I can't touch my toes, I can't bend down, I have to sit down, so because I've got a chronic back problem. I was born with an extra vertebrae at the bottom of my back, which means it paralyses me, it pinches the nerves, my arms and my legs turn off randomly, so you might have the joy of watching me drop things now and then, because sometimes my hands decide to go, not doing that anymore, and let go of things. Massive amounts of back pain. I'm waiting for surgery number 8, which is fun, and it slowly goes through, but I've had more work done on my back since we've moved to this area than ever before, and it's superb. So hopefully with massive amounts of painkillers, a lot of good luck, a lot of rests. I will be taking a lot of rests. This project is going to take 4 times longer than a normal person because I have to rest. I can't do things, but I'm determined to do it. It's my own personal project. I want to do this because I want to see it through, and I want to come up with a really, really nice end result, hopefully. And hopefully you'll take me with it. So feel free to comment below, ask any questions about back pain, about solutions. I know some amazing people that are in much worse condition than me. I've known some people who have been paralysed in car accidents, and they're proper troopers, amazing, and it doesn't let them stop them, so I'm not going to let this stop me. The only thing that might stop me is this blooming rain. You might be able to hear it on the roof. It is absolutely peeing it down, but I'm not going to let it stop me. It's going to get myself through with painkillers, coffee. Can't beat coffee. Got marzipan in this one, I think. Oh. And we're going to go through and get all this done. So what am I building? I'm building that. Might not quite look like that because the garden's a different shape, but basically it's a log cabin. It comes in lots and lots of bits and bobs, okay? So unlike a shed, where you get panels and you put the panels together, I'm going to be pretty much putting this together myself. Kiteh will be helping me carry bits, big bits around, but I'm going to put this together myself. So I went with the log cabin because, one, severe budget, and I could get a better end result for less money doing this way. Sheds at this price are cool, they're great size, but the problem is with shed walls, I would then need to insulate them, I would then need to board out the shed, I would then need to and add extra stuff, and that cost would bump the price up quite a lot. Whereas if I paid more for this, I've got much thicker walls, a much sturdier floor. I can treat the wood as I'm going. I'm going to paint the base as I put it down. I'm going to treat everything, and hopefully it won't need quite so much work inside. we'll play that by ear. It's going to have heating in it. It's got to be nice and dry. It's got to be comfortable. If I do need to add things later on, yeah, fine. I'd have had to do that anyway with a shed. But hopefully we won't need to, because I'm going to do things as we go along. But the instructions for it, oh my God, it's like the biggest Lego set you've ever seen in your life. I'm waiting for the delivery. It's still being in production. Hoping it comes tomorrow, actually. That was the initial delivery date, but delivery dates, do they ever happen? Well, hopefully my wood's coming tomorrow because I ordered it last week. But when it comes, it's going to be in a lot of pieces, and we're just going to stack it up, sort it all out to floor, walls, base, windows, doors, and I'm going to gradually put it together. But because it's by myself, I can just build it like Lego, going round and round and round. I'm going to be going up and down steps quite a lot. And then hopefully I'll only actually need help for some bits, and we can go through. But the first part is the groundwork. I've got to put a base together. So I've ordered £750 worth of wood. So I'm going to build the base out of 8x2s, a nice big frame. So that's the frame I'm building. That's half of it, and I only need to draw both of it. It's a mirror, but basically it's going to be 5 meters across by 4 meters, and we're going to go I think it's 4 meters. I can't remember. It's all written down. I'm going to go through the measurements. It's going to be all studded out. I've got all the nuts and bolts, got all that sorted. Should be minimal cutting really, because most of the lengths of wood I bought at those lengths. Hopefully my maths is correct. I'm terrible at maths. This is my first task, so I've got to clear the ground. We're going to have a gradient. I reckon it's going to be about 1.5 foot drop from front to back. But we'll see when I start working things out and actually laying things out, because I can't really do a lot until the ground's clear. I'm going to go through, and also I need the long lengths of wood so I can actually place them on the ground and see what I'm dealing with. But I'm going to go through step by step and get that sorted. So that's this week's project, and we're going to take you through, and you're going to come with me. So like and subscribe, hit the buttons down below, hit the bell notification, and hopefully follow me through. I'm open to any hints and tips. Please don't just slag me off. I'm going to do it my own way. I've been designing and building things for years. I tend to over-engineer things, so it's going to be fairly sturdy, but I only want to build this once. So the base is going to be boarded completely, and it's going to be solid. It's going to have decking at the front. Hopefully it's going to be lovely, but we'll go through and get it done. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more of these videos.